But let's start off with the National Football League action from last night, a game that went right down to the wire. Seattle, Arizona. Seattle dominates the entire game with just a few minutes left. All of a sudden, Cardinals come all the way back to tie. But then, of course, kicker makes a mistake, kicks it out of bounds, 28 seconds left. Jake Myers hits a 52-yard field goal, and the Seahawks win and cover the spread. 23-20, the final there, so the line indeed was correct. In fact, the Seahawks honestly dominated this thing start to finish. Arizona lucky to stay in it, lucky to be in it at the end of the game. Marvin Harrison with a nice touchdown catch. Seemingly, the Cardinals are probably not quite as good as we thought their record is right now. I think that's fair to say. But Mike Macdonald's going to take every possible win he can away. And last night was a big one out west.
Just a really great win. I mean, it's a short week. You're on the road. Arizona played a good game. It's a good football team we played. We know that. And they did a good job of staying in the game and giving themselves a chance to win. Having said that, we didn't play our best game. And we had opportunities, I think, to put the game away, throughout really the second half. And there's a lot of learning experiences, too, that we're going to be able to take from this game so we can improve. But the good news is we figured out a way to win the game, which, after week one, we felt like we had an opportunity to win that game. We didn't figure it out. So I feel like our team's growing. We're getting better. And just really proud of our guys in the fight and really the effort this week, to get ready to go play their best football. So.
Yeah, I think overall, guys, it was, good to get the win, and to do it in the, 2-minute drive and get that big play to Jax at the end was huge. And, I feel like the complimentary football, not just today, but all season has been really good, and we're just going to continue to get better from there. But, a lot of credit to Arizona as well. I feel like they had a really solid game plan, and they fought all the way to the end. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So,
all right, now let's get to the other side where the Cardinals put their best effort forward in the fourth quarter. But what happened in the first three quarters of this game? Cardinals couldn't get anything going. Here's some explanation from head coach Jonathan Gannon and quarterback Kyler Murray.
Obviously, a disappointing finish. To lose again here on a walk-off. And I just told them, I appreciate the resiliency that's there. No one has their head down. Everyone believes we can win. We're not doing enough all three phases to win these games, and that's very clear. So I just told them they need to get rested up this weekend. That's tough to play 2 games like that. Everybody has to do it. Seattle played well. Give them credit. Got to get rested up, reset our mind and our body, and then come back to Monday and get better at playing football.
We were not. It wasn't clicking. It was not clicking. Pretty much getting physically dominated whole first half. It's frustrating because you watch the defense go out there and get stop after stop after stop, and offensively, we just couldn't get it going. Couldn't get it going. Credit to their defense, but we just gotta make more plays. We gotta show up, and be ready to go. You know what I mean? It's like we're just. It's loading, you know what I mean, and it's taking too long. Obviously, there's the resilience of the team is you love to see it, and you feel like give yourself a chance to win the game at the end, but it's just too late.
Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders could be without their starting quarterback again this week, and maybe even their top wide receiver. Jane Daniels, still no practice for him on Thursday. The same could be said, according to NFL Network, on Terry McLaurin. Both players, no practice. If they don't practice today, they could be without both. Daniels, of course, did not play last week. Dallas Cowboys getting ready to meet up with an old friend in Micah Parsons. That's one of the storylines this week in the National Football League. Dak Prescott, of course, going to be looking to his left most of the day to see if he has to worry about Parsons. Here is the matchup incoming, and Prescott says it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll definitely be fun. It's one me and my fiance were just talking about the other day, and just all the reps of practice going against Micah, in times when he couldn't hit me, whether him getting back there, just the trash talk back and forth, me telling him, he wouldn't tackle me anyways, you still can't bring me down, you got to get to that point. So just getting to go out there and compete with a guy that's a good friend that that I've competed with in numbers of ways throughout this building, outside of this building. Just excited to go and have that matchup. But he's got 5 guys up front plus tight ends, and running backs that he's got to get through. So then we'll worry about if he can get to me.
Jets cautiously optimistic on Justin Fields. The Jets play Monday night, giving him an extra day to clear concussion protocol. Brandon Ayuk no closer to returning, according to GM John Lynch. The 49ers have been banged up all season, including wide receiver Jawan Jennings. All right, now let's move over to Major League Baseball, where this pennant chase and wild card chase and division chase is going to go right down to Sunday. Tigers get their win that they needed really badly, 4-2 over the Guardians, as they finally break their losing streak and pick up a win. Cleveland's still in the driver's seat to get that playoff spot and the division, but still a weekend to go of games, and A.J. Hinch still looking for answers as to why the Tigers have struggled so much in the month of September. But the bottom line is he's looking to take anything positive he can, and got it yesterday.
Look, you guys have been with us every step along the way, and everybody needs to see a little bit of positivity in the game. And so, I mean, we're human, so we feed off of a ton of things, and including the good things. And so, of course, I think everybody takes a collective breath and say, here we go. And we know these games are, matter the most, even though they count the same, they don't feel the same because of where we're at. So, but we're humans, and I think everybody settled into the game nicely.
All right, so now let's get to the rest of the chases. We'll go back to the American League here for a minute. The Blue Jays do beat the Red Sox 6-1, and the Yankees beat the White Sox 5-3. So there's a tie right now. At the top of the American League East, the Blue Jays are minus 170 at the moment to win the division. The Yankees are plus 130, but still a few games to go. Giancarlo Stanton says they'll play the games out, see where they land.
It's what we're capable of, and we got 3 more games to be the ultimate factor, and then you turn the page and see what else we can do.
How big was having that bye last year?
It's always bye's always good. We got guys that are beat up, you got guys that need a rest, you get a little mental break before how heavy those games can get. So it's ideal, but getting in is also.
Meanwhile, the New York Mets got one step closer to clinching that final wildcard berth. Francisco Lindor hit a home run and now is in the 30-30 club. The Mets beat the Cubs 8-5. If the Mets beat the Marlins twice this weekend, they are in. If they win one and the Reds lose one, then they're in 2. So that basically means magic numbers 2. Mets are getting closer. Noelvi Marte, meanwhile, robbed Brian Reynolds of a game-tying home run, so the Reds are still alive. But as you can see, the odds for the wild card are significantly slanting toward the Mets. They're 82-77 right now. The Reds are still mathematically alive at 81-78. It will be determined this weekend. The Diamondbacks, of course, lost to the Dodgers. So as of right now, they're hanging in by a thread, but essentially you can't even bet it. It is off the board. Also, quick news from hockey. Captain Aleksander Barkov of the 2-time defending champion Florida Panthers underwent ACL surgery today. Is expected to miss the season. Big news from hockey.